Hello everyone, Indoraptor here, and today we're having a tutorial on how to draw the Indoraptor from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So, I don't know really how to start off because this is my first tutorial video, so I'm just going to get right into it. The first thing you really want to do is get down a basic body shape, so I'm going to put down a circle, if you can see that. It's really light, so it's easier to erase. So circle, then a slightly bigger circle behind that one. So you have something like this. And then you want to draw out where you want the head. So here's the neck. Here's where the neck would be, So the Indoraptor kind of takes after a snake, so its neck is actually pretty long. So I'd say about that long. I'm going to draw another circle at the end of that. This one's smaller than this one, obviously. So I'm just going to connect all of them for now. Like so. So like two S's. Then you want to work on the arms. We'll put it in a classic raptor pose with the arms facing inwards, or like so. Put the hand outline like this. There we go. Next, you want to draw where the leg is going to be. So in this circle, I drew just another circle. Then you want to draw the thigh. So kind of like what we did here, but like bigger because it's the leg. And this isn't Indoraptor in 4x4. It is when he's walking on the two legs. Then you want to draw the calf. Another circle here, this signal joint. And then has a big foot. Curve this at the end. And add three little things where the toes are going to be. And then after that, you kind of want to just roughly outline where the tail you're going to put it. Indoraptor's tail is pretty long, so it might go off the page, but to counter that, you can just make it curve. Like so. I'll fix up everything after. So there we got the basic outline for the Indoraptor. Next, you want to work on the head. So the Indoraptor kind of has this T-Rex-ish head. So start off with the outline. So kind of like that. So this is where the basic head was going to be. It's just not the actual head, but just placement so I could figure out where everything goes accordingly. Sorry, just can't talk. Then I want to draw the jaw line. So the Indoraptor kind of has this really curved jaw and then slightly curved at the end. So it looks like that. Then as the bottom goes smaller, I'm just gonna add a hole in between so that you can easily see. And if this camera wants to focus, Nah. Just finish off the jaw. Connect this bottom part there. So we've got the basic parts down, now to add some more detail. So I'd say the Indoraptor's neck is a bit thinner than that, so I'm going to cut that down a bit so it looks more like this. Erase that other part. Just want you to draw lightly so that you can erase all of the parts you don't need. Then its gut kind of goes in, like so. So don't draw that. And then, I forgot what this thing's called, but the section over here near the hips. See, I'm just working on the outline first before I like add any real detail like the scales or the stripe. So we're just gonna keep on doing that. The back a bit bigger, so it's not like that skinny, because I'm pretty sure the Indoraptor has a bit more meat on it than that. Just working on the tail over here. And you got the outline of the body. Now for I'm gonna start with the arm. So the Indoraptor has some thing here, and then the actual arm starts. So like this. Then like this. Got the arm done. Draw the hand and the foot after. I'm just trying to get all the basic outlines first. And for the leg, it's gonna be this line here. Continue with the calf. And there you go. That's the basic outline. So after simplifying it more and outlining it, now I'm going to go in to detail the feet. I'm going to add the claw there. So this is a toe claw, the curved one, the one that sticks out. I'm going to put a circle here for where this toe is going to be. Then I'm going to make a line here, and a line there to separate all the toes so we know which one's where. Put a little circle, or half a circle here to show where that toe is going to be. I'm going to connect them to the lines, add a little like kind of webbing in between the foot here, as you can see. Work on this toe more. And add that webbing too. There. Now for the claws, this one's kind of curved like this. There we go. This one's curved more like that. Show it's more curved on the inside. And this one's curved like so. Got the foot down, or a foot down. I'll go work on the hand. So it kind of really has these long fingers. So I'm going to try to box those. Last finger's actually pretty short compared to the others, so I'm going to cut that down a bit. So it's more like that. I don't really like how this hand looks right now. I'm just going to erase the entire thing. This is why you draw really lightly, so they can erase it and you'll barely be able to see it anymore. I'm going to have the claws facing inwards a bit, but they're going to be a slightly curved, like this. So the first claw, I believe, should be longer than all the others for the Indoraptor. Second claw. And the last claw. Oh, there's always a thumb claw, but I'm not counting that because you can't really see it in this direction. So I'm going to add this here because that's what the nail's going to be. Keep on doing that. Add some of that like skin tint that's in between the fingers. Now the claws. I'd make the middle claw longer, just so it kind of like evens out the fingers. But this, I want to say pinky claw, it's still going to be very distant away from the others, sorry. And that's slightly more detail. And then I'm going to work on the face detail. So first I'm going to come around with the jaw. Like make sure you can see the other side of the jaw, so that part gonna be dark there, so it's gonna be like shade. I don't want to work the teeth just yet. Then I'm gonna add, darken the, I want to say lips, the jaw lines, so they stand out more. Come on, focus, or not. Okay, whatever. It's on autofocus now, so it should work. Be more clear. I'm gonna add where the nose is gonna be. Then the eye thing, with all the scales around it. I don't really know how to explain that. Then you want to add kind of curved at the back of its head, so like that. And then try to draw where its eye is going to be, so the eye socket, so it's going to be about there, I presume. No, this should be a bit smaller, so about like that. That's not the eye, that's where like the eye is going to be inside. I'm just saying. Then you want to draw the nasal cavity, or the cavity, I'm not sure if it's a nasal cavity, to be honest. Now I'll draw the little nose hole. It's right there if you didn't tell. And this cavity over here, which kind of stretches into the jaw. And goes more like that. That's some more of the face done. Now draw the muscle thing that's there for when it opens and closes its jaw. Draw the top teeth first. The Indoraptor teeth are kind of like needle-like, so try to represent it the best I can. And the bottom jaw, one of the teeth are more crooked, and curved. Less like the top jaw. Okay, now the Indoraptor kind of just looks sad. I'm gonna curve this more up, this part, so that it doesn't look like it's frowning for some reason. That should do it. Now I'm gonna go in really lightly, draw little curves in between the teeth because the Indoraptor actually doesn't have gums, so its teeth are just like fused to its mouth. It's really cool, but really disturbing. So, all the details, you can see that. Now, the eye. Draw a little eye shape there. Little line. See that? Then you want to draw lines over the eye thing, eye hole, not eye hole, the eye, whatever, and more lines like that, just to make it look like it's more crowded. It has like scales and stuff inside. And that's the Indoraptor basic skull. Now move on back closer to its body. Its neck also has this thing. It's probably just like a bunch of scales, but really big scales. It kind of like goes like this, has a bunch of bumps on it and stuff. That should do it. Now I'm going to do the scales on its head, so it kind of goes like that. Kind of looks like, I want to say a rooftop. Not really sure though. Yeah, there we go. Get smaller, and then they're gone for now. Just become little spikes. What should you do for the head? Actually, no, wait. This should be a bit closer to the top of the head and should end. Just go around. This should be more curved in there. Gotta define this line more so you can see it easily. And draw the other eye thing. Color it in. And go over my eraser a bit for a second. Clean that up. Go on to the neck. Give it a little bump there to show like that's where the throat is. And then onto the body. So body is kind of like start with the tops, also covered in these like rooftop scales, I'm going to call them. Like they're really long. They're longer than those ones on its head, but they're closer to its body. So there you go. If they get smaller, the closer they get to the tail, the smaller they get. Till they're small enough that you don't need to draw them anymore. That should be good. Focus. Just clear up this jaw. There you go. Now, you draw the stripe. So, stripe is kind of like small bumps on the top at first. I believe the stripe goes more down. Stop it there, so right where the arm begins. Then it's gonna be like more straight, but not entirely. So I'm gonna draw like little bumps at the bottom first. Kind of carries over to the arm, so kind of like blends in at the arm over here. So I'm not gonna draw like all the way. Anyways, so as I was doing, I was drawing the stripe. So now in the middle section over here, there's gonna be more erratic bumps. So less like this, more like longer, more curvy ones, some that go inside like that. And so then at the bottom, it's starting to get more like the top one from the first part of the neck. So go like that. Now, on the tail, even more erratic till you get to about there, and then it just starts to dim down and become one solid line. And the bottom, same thing, so now it's more like those ones. Try not to make them look all the same, like I kind of did in the middle part. And then it's gonna kind of look more faded and more straight the closer you go to the end, and now it's gone. So like that. See that? I'll move the camera down a bit. Doesn't only have to end, it's just like fading out with existence, kind of. Anyways, we draw some scales on the fingers. So those big scales you see on the fingers, like when it's outstretching his hands to Lucy, you know, the little Maisie, sorry, the little girl from Jurassic Girls. And I'll draw them on its fingers like this. So really small, since that's the scale we're in, or drawing it in. Also, let me know in the comments what you guys want me to draw next. I was planning on drawing the Shacktron from Gravity Falls. That was a good show. Or a Shacktron versus Bill Cipher thing drawing. It's gonna be probably like 2 parts, maybe 3. And yeah, anyways, so there we go. I got the stripe down. The basics of the stripe down. That's the scales on the big foot. So there we go. For the front facing claw, you just need to go back and forth like this, and then like this for the last. Now I'm just gonna like color in between the toes. Show like there's darkness in between there. Still keeping the lines there so we can identify the toes though. So it looks like that. Yeah, we're almost done. Okay. So now we're gonna add the quills at the back of its head. Some are crossing. Anyways, you can add this time over here on its back. I don't know what happened to the recording. It stopped. So we got that. So I guess this is a 2-parter. I can't really say, hey, welcome back, it's a 2-parter, because literally last video really just ended up on a cliffhanger. And then just cut to this. It wasn't really smooth. Anyways, what am I rambling on about? I'm just going over the tail, like so. So there we got the basics. Actually, I'll draw a bit of shading over here to show where the rib cage is. 4 lines should be enough. And kind of cross it into the stripe. And now I'll add the next limbs, the other limbs. I'm not gonna really draw them, I'm just gonna draw a shadow of them. So that's about as how the arm would be. Sorry. You need to sneeze there, obviously, as you could tell. Draw the hand. Would color it in though. First, actually, I'm gonna erase everything inside before I color it in, so there's nothing that stands out. That just looks like it's on the other side. I feel like doing some music covers after for this channel, because, you know, being an artist doesn't just mean drawing. It could just mean music or, you know, stuff like that. You can do some covers, maybe some 3-Day Grace covers, System of a Down, I don't know, whatever you want, just leave it in the comments. I might end up doing it. So that's the second hand, I want to say. I should say first hand, but like this was the first hand. Only 4 minutes on this video. Wow, they're really cheaping out on me, aren't they? And draw the next leg. Yeah, so just drawing the outline. Don't really have that much time on this video left, so I'm trying to make it really fast. So this doesn't have to be a 3-part with like 1 part of the video. It's like 2 minutes, 1 minute long. Even though this video is probably gonna be like only 4 minutes, which sucks. But I'm probably just gonna edit these 2 videos together. Which probably won't tell, actually. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna do that. I don't even know what I'm talking about this anymore. I'm just gonna edit it together. It doesn't even matter. So I'm gonna draw this little dew claw over here. You can't tell, but like I literally just had to start another video. You probably can't tell because it's just all edited together. But anyways, let's start shading, or not shading, just coloring it in, because I don't really want to draw all the detail right now. If you want a more detailed drawing tutorial on the Indoraptor, let me know. Just tell me in the comments, please. If you want a coloring video, I'm not really good at coloring, but I can show you the best I can. Also, I'm pretty sure I left a link to my Instagram in my description. Not this description of the video, but like my channel description. So if you want to go check that out, I post a lot more drawings there, or did post a lot more drawings. Last time I posted was like January, or no, not January, December 31st, which is kind of funny actually. So, anyways, yeah, with that, I could add some lines here. I don't know too much about that anatomy, but you know. And color in the claws, actually. Not too dark though, just a bit light. So like that. that. Now I'm just gonna erase all these things I used for drawing, I want to say. Oh shoot, we're not done. I actually forgot a part. I'm just gonna get rid of these lines first, because I don't really need them anymore. Oh my gosh. Need like a brush. Just brush away all those. If you want a head tutorial for Indoraptor, I'm willing to do that. Just let me know. Do you want like a side shot, a front facing shot? Just leave everything you want me to do in the comments. This is what I forgot. There's like a line of spiked scales, I want to say, popping out like that from the side. There's actually two lines. And the first one ends about where the smaller ones start. So about there. And then the next line starts like one right under. Trying to keep this the simplest Indoraptor you can possibly draw, but not the cartoonish. Simplest correct Indoraptor you can draw without too much detail. So there. So now for my signature. This is Indo Artist signing out.